Yo, hey guys, what is up? It's JJ Tech here, back again for another brand new video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new iPhone 12 lineup that just got announced earlier today. So with no further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to get straight into it with no talking in the way. So as you know, if you guys saw the event, Apple announced 4 new iPhone models, starting with the iPhone 12 mini, iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro, and iPhone 12 Pro Max. And we're going to be getting into all the details in today's video. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that big red button so you guys can get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And also smash the like button as well. That'll also help me, get into the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. So yeah guys, now let's really get into the video. Alright, so I'm going to start off with these specs. Most of you guys, especially if you guys saw the event, you know what these specs are, but I'm going to get the boring stuff out of the way. So we're going to have an A14 Bionic chip across all iPhone 12 models. So that's with the iPhone 12 mini, 12, 12 Pro Max, and the 12 Pro. So you're getting the top of the line processor for all 4 iPhone 12 models. And I'm also going to be mentioning the price and pre-order date as well as release date at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Don't click away just yet. Now it's pretty much all the specs because Apple didn't really mention the exact RAM size for each of these iPhone 12 models, but the speculations have been that it's going to be 4 for the lower end models, and for the Pro models that is going to be 6. But like I said, those are just speculations. We're going to have to wait probably a couple more weeks until Apple releases the actual RAM specification, but for now we're just going to speculate. Now let's get into display size. Now for the iPhone 12 mini, apparently it's the strongest, thinnest, lightest 5G phone ever made, not just by Apple, but in general. So that means it's going to be the smallest iPhone, which means it has a 5.4 inch display. Then for the iPhone 12, which is the one-up, is going to have a 6.1 inch display. And then for the 12 Pro, it's also going to be a 6.1 inch display. And then for the 12 Pro Max, it's going to be a 6.7 inch display. And they're all going to be OLED displays this year. Yes, you heard me. They're all going to be OLED across the whole lineup, which is pretty surprising. I would have never thought that Apple would have went to OLED, judging from last year's lower end iPhone 11 was an LCD display. Also, my iPhone XR here is also an LCD display. I kind of wish I would have waited, but hey, now you're finally going to be getting that high resolution OLED display across all iPhone 12 models. You're going to be getting black, white, green, as well as this new blue color, which is going to be pretty interesting. If you guys, I'm putting up a picture or whatever here, and I got to say that's probably by far my most favorite color. But for the 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max, you're going to be getting silver, graphite, gold, and I believe it's Pacific blue. So I'm guessing the Pacific blue is the same blue across the 12 mini and the 12 as well as the Pro. So yeah, we're going to be getting that blue color across the 4 models. So it's not just going to be limited to the 12 mini and the 12, which is some pretty good news. You can see here the colors, the gold. I'm liking the gold on the Pros as well. That's a pretty interesting type of gold. I don't think Apple's ever done that type of stainless steel type gold around their phone, which is pretty interesting. I definitely prefer that gold over pretty much any other gold color that Apple has made on their previous iPhones. Now for storage, for the 12 and 12 mini, they're going to be starting at 64 gigabytes, 128, and then 256. And for the 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max, it's gonna be 128, 256, and 512 for the max amount of gigabytes you can get, which is a lot. That's pretty much stayed the same. I kind of surprised because you would have thought that Apple would have started the 12 mini and 12 with 128 gigabytes instead of 64. I kind of wish they would have started the base storage at 128, because 64 honestly isn't really enough, especially if you're a person that takes a bunch of pictures. Now another big news, they're all going to have 5G compatible, so it's not just going to be the Pros with the 5G. All 4 models are going to have 5G equipped. And then for the cameras, which is probably the most interesting thing about these phones honestly, is they're going to be all 12 megapixel sensors across the whole lineup for all their sensors, but now the aperture is going to be 1.6. So I believe that is a smaller aperture for all ultra-wide telephoto as well as the standard lens, which is pretty interesting, which should mean better night mode pictures as well as better telephoto images as well. And these are some sample images from the Apple event of some pictures that they took. And yeah, guys, they look pretty good. And they also talked about this smart technology, which I believe adjusts the image to what Apple thinks will look the best. So it's kind of AI built into the phone. Basically, you take a picture. If Apple thinks the image needs more light, it'll tell you that it needs more light, and then you can choose whether you want AI to take over or you just want to keep the standard image. Now for the front camera, they're all going to be 12 megapixels across the whole lineup for all 4 models with the same aperture at 2.2, and they're calling it true depth. So that's what they're calling their front cameras, true depth. And Apple has also introduced something called MagSafe, which the idea is that if you do get this wireless charger from Apple, basically it's kind of like the Apple Watch where it has a magnet built in. Basically you set down the iPhone, even before you set down the iPhone and it touches the table, the magnet from the iPhone is in a sense that the wireless charger is there, and basically the wireless charger is just going to do this. It's going to stick basically to the back of your phone without you even touching the table yet, which is some pretty interesting technology. And Apple is also introducing a dual charger. And not sure if you can see here, but it's kind of like AirPower Apple announced a couple years back, which never got released. It's kind of similar to that, but kind of a new design, and obviously it doesn't blow up, kind of like the AirPower one. And then you get a bunch of accessories like brand new cases. You also get these magnet wallets that you can stick on the back of the phone. A bunch more accessories, but I'm not going to be getting into all of that. And also, Apple has also announced that they're going to be removing the charging brick as well as their Apple earbuds, and they're basically only going to be including the charging cable. And also interesting about that is that it's no longer going to be standard USB to Lightning. It is now going to be USB-C to Lightning, which I'm glad that they made that move. But now that means that if you have a standard Apple brick that you've been using for years, now you have to buy a different one because that's just not going to work anymore. And I'm pulling up an image here of how the box is going to look. It's much thinner than the current iPhone 11 and below iPhones, which is pretty interesting. I know some people will be mad at that because Apple is not including that in such an expensive phone, but it's to help the environment. But now let's get on to the final things, which is pre-order date, release date, as well as price. So the iPhone 12 mini is going to start at $699. The iPhone 12 is going to start at $799, the iPhone 12 Pro $999, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max $1,100. And keep in mind that's the base price. If you do get higher storage options, that will go up in price, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of style of video. I wasn't even going to make this video. I was going to make it on the RAM TRX. And let me know in the comments down below if you guys still want to see a video of the RAM TRX. Let me know in the comments down below. And also let me know what you think of these brand new iPhone 12 models. Do you think they could have done more, or do you think they're just fine the way they are? Oh yeah, and sorry for not uploading in a while. There just hasn't been really anything interesting in the tech space. And like I said, I was also going to be making that RAM TRX video. Let me know if you guys still want to see it. I definitely still want to make that video for you guys. But let me know if you guys actually want to see that video. But yeah guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.